Good afternoon and welcome to From Someone Who Knows. This is a segment we do every week here on our digital properties for Cleveland 19. It is a chance for you to learn more about a story, more than what you can on TV. We have a short window there, a couple of minutes for a story. But when we have this platform and the digital process, we can show you entire interviews. We have all the time in the world, so to speak, so that you can be on the inside, see what we see as journalists, that then portions get used for television. The story out of Tuscarawas County that's played out for a couple of weeks now, almost 3 weeks, is hard to comprehend. The Tuscarawas County Sheriff calls it a spiritual delusion. A mother who claims God was speaking to her and her husband, putting them through tests as they would go swim in Atwood Lake. Her husband would end up drowning in Atwood Lake. He wasn't a strong swimmer, but God was testing his faith. The authorities believe he did drown because he wasn't a good swimmer. But then later that morning, this was a Saturday morning, Ruth Miller, feeling she wasn't being adequate in her faith to God, decided to throw her 4-year-old son in the lake, something she admits to. And in the body cam video, that's the first thing we're going to show you. You're going to see what the sheriff describes as spiritual delusion. At one point, she even prays with one of the paramedics, has her get down on her knees in the middle of a parking lot. After that, we're going to hear from her attorneys. Now, Ruth Miller was in court this week where she has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. You can see her crying there. And the issue at hand is you will hear from her attorneys sitting right there beside her as they decide to not only enter that plea, but then to explain how difficult this case is going to be. But first, let's let you listen to the body cam video. It's just about 9 minutes long of the day that Ruth Miller was taken into custody. This would have been just within an hour or two of her throwing her own 4-year-old son in the lake and then trying to drive a golf cart with her 3 teenage children into the lake in an attempt to also give them to God. Take a look at the body cam video.
I gave him to God.
You gave him to God today.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I threw him in the lake, and I gave him to God. And people are going to tell me I am crazy, but he is real. And he loves you. He really does love you. He loves you. And I doubted him. I doubted him so many times. But I am to tell you, he is coming soon. He is coming very soon. Prepare your hearts. The end is close. And I'm for sure supposed to tell you that he does love you. Okay?
Ma'am, can you explain to me what happened? Who did you throw in the water?
I gave my son to God.
Your son?
Yes.
Where's your husband?
He went for a walk this morning.
And you haven't seen him since?
Never come back. And we went to the boat and his clothes were there. And God told me he in the lake and a fish swallowed. And you're actually supposed to go look for him in the bottom of the lake. And you will find the fish. And you will find the husband. And then you will believe. But ye of your little faith that did not believe before sleep.
Okay.
So send people down to the bottom of the lake looking for
How old's your son that's in the lake?
4. He's sweet. I do.
Okay. 7940 Central. Well, out with the mother, she is advising that she threw her 4-year-old son in the lake to give him to God.
somebody would come up and tell me.
A firm.
But I wouldn't have believed today. But you believe.
Awesome.
They are there. In the front. In the front. Came back to me. My husband and I both got up and came back to me.
I need to know where your husband's at.
He's at the bottom of the lake and it's just,
He's in a fish. There's no fish large enough on an island to swallow your husband.
he's at the bottom of the lake.
Okay.
I thought your husband went to the front for a walk.
Yeah, and then we came to the boat and his clothes were laying in the boat.
Okay.
Pants and cream shirt and flip-flops.
Do you have a cell phone?
It's in the camper.
It's in the camper. Where's your camper at?
I think it's,
Area 3?
I think so. Yeah. It's like that Spanish camper.
It's a Tannish camper. You don't know what lot number it is?
Mm.
Well, we really need to verify your husband's still with us.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Well, actually, you just go out in the bottom of the lake.
Well, I can't go in the bottom of the lake. So we need,
Scuba dive.
yeah, we're going to have to call divers in to go to the bottom of the lake.
Please do.
And you're saying
The best ones there are. Because this is a miracle from God. And we'll see. We'll see.
you're saying your 4-year-old son's down there too?
He's with God.
Where's his body at?
I don't
Where
know.
did you throw him in the water at?
Off of the dock that causeway.
Where the bike was today?
Where the boat was?
Yeah, where the boat.
Okay.
I know.
When they're supposed to be ones coming out there?
I think there was one.
Does anybody have a glass of water?
We can get you water.
Please.
What's
Thank you.
we're right now we're gonna walk up to the squad, okay? That's what
Okay.
we're going to do. We're gonna put you in the back of the squad.
You will find my husband.
Okay, but you're gonna sit down in the back of the squad for us, okay?
Can I actually just sit with my children? Yeah. And have water?
Yeah, we can bring your children over. Yeah.
I would love a glass of water.
Let's go up in this one over
Well,
here.
my children are here.
We'll bring them over.
Bring 'em
in a
over.
minute. Let me go check you out.
Come on, have a glass of water. Yeah, we're gonna get it. Kyle wants to go get you one. Okay. You gonna go get it?
You guys sending the dive team over that way then?
Yeah, we're gonna have
Close to bring one in over
What
here.
dock is that so I can tell my dispatch?
That's cluster dock, the center cluster dock.
Center
Or
cluster.
on the causeway. Causeway center cluster dock.
Causeway Center Cluster Dock. 7940 Central. You said it's the Causeway Center Dock, right? Causeway Center Dock. 7940 Central. The mother is advising that her boat is located if you just want to log at the Causeway Center Dock, and that's where she threw the child in the water. She's also now saying that the husband's in the water. So you just want to log that and notify the dive team. The Rangers are heading over that way right now.
But we have to go to the you gotta go somewhere where it's not too hard on my knee.
So your knee won't hurt you. Please trust me.
Okay.
It won't hurt you.
Okay.
It won't hurt you. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. God, please show this woman that it is true. But I'm telling people are doubting. I am really harder for me to stay strong. Please know that it is true what I'm telling. That there is a fish in the bottom of the that we're taking that my children are really free, that you have created. Please, Lord,
And it's
You guys just want to, you guys want to bring her over to that one?
yeah, okay.
Okay. So we can be closer to the rest of everybody else.
All right, have a seat right here. We'll go get your children as soon as they're done. No, I want to go down right here.
What are the kids trying to know? I don't know if they asked them if there's a little brother and dad or not. I don't know. Okay. That's it.
The miracles are true. I mean, we doubted too, but they are true. They are. Do you remember when Jesus was on the cross?
Yeah, I remember.
And he put his arms out and he said, "Forgive them, for they know not."
Yeah, you told me that already.
Yes, they didn't know. They didn't know.
Yeah, right.
You are to trust. It's all about trust. It's hard because he does things in mysterious ways. And it's hard because we want to just believe our earthly ways. It's hard. Where does it happen? Yeah. How does it?
Go ahead.
So as you can see, it's first of all very hard to watch someone going through what the sheriff says is a spiritual delusion, admitting that her husband is in the bottom of the lake in a fish and that she had to give her son to God, which is why she threw the 4-year-old in the lake and he drowned. We're going to take a break, but on the other side of the break, you will hear from her attorneys who are representing Ruth Miller. She was in court this week and pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. And we will hear their explanation of how they think this case is going to move forward. We'll be right back. And welcome back to From Someone Who Knows. We are looking at taking a deeper look into the case of Ruth Miller, the Amish mother who 3 weeks ago admitted to authorities that she threw her 4-year-old son in the lake to give him to God. This is a couple of hours after her own husband had drowned in that very same lake trying to test his faith to God and drowned in his attempts in Atwood Lake in Tuscarawas County. Now, We have to talk about her plea, her reason of insanity, not guilty by reason of insanity. Shortly after she was in court, on the steps of the courthouse, we hear from her attorney explaining how this case is going to move forward and how difficult it will be. Take a listen.
Guilty by reason of insanity today because based upon the facts of this case, it's very evident that it is fitting. This case would not have happened but for a mental defect that would have prevented Ms. Miller from appreciating the wrongfulness of her conduct.
What happened on that day in your estimation?
Well, there clearly was a serious mental disease that she faced. It was evident to the responding officers, the first responders, and unfortunately it was a tragedy that happened that day. Again, clearly would not have happened but for.
If she is found not guilty by reason of insanity, what happens?
Well, that would be up to the judge, but there would be, it's not as people generally think that if someone's found not guilty by reason of insanity, they're just released to the street. They're released to the custody of a lockdown hospital. They are held until a court is convinced that they have been rehabilitated, they are safety to themselves and to the community. So it still is a long term of supervision and work.
Did she not admit to doing that?
Well, I don't think that this is an issue of a whodunit. I think everyone recognizes the fact that that she did do it, but that's just one part of it. That's the act. The big question in this case is the why it was done, and that's what this whole case is going to be about, is the why. How did this happen?
I know you cannot say everything she said, but has she shared with you her feelings about what happened on the 23rd?
Well, you know, she's obviously devastated by what occurred. This is not something by any stretch of the imagination where we could think that someone would wake up and destroy not just their life but the life of their child. I mean, something is wrong, and that's what we're getting to the bottom of now. But obviously she's devastated with what's happened. She is, her family is, everyone is.
Has the family and the Amish community, are they supporting her through this? I know they tried to help her and her husband.
Yeah, so what we have received is support from family and from community members who have known her entire life. What happened on August 23rd, that person is not the person that they know. That's the person that they all believe was the victim of a mental health episode. And so they are supportive of her and want to know also how could this have happened, and look at her as a victim of mental health. We all know that mental health is a tremendous issue in the community, and we saw it here clear as day, and we saw it in its worst form as to what could happen to someone facing a mental health issue, and certainly unchecked.
Can you speak to what may have precipitated her mental episode as you might describe it?
What do you mean, what may have precipitated it?
Why on that day did she go out, admittedly, and toss her child into the lake?
Yeah, so I think what we have, and I think you've seen them, I know your station has seen them also and posted them, the body cams from the first responders. We see in real time, we saw raw footage of what was going on in her mind and, you know, what she was reacting to and so forth. I think this case, what you're going to see in this case is one centered around mental health, and you're going to see the input of many different experts in many different fields who are going to be talking about that exact question that you just posed. So I think what we're going to need on this is time to really figure it out, and just making a quick statement would be nothing beyond speculation.
Did the judge just set the bond hearing? Can you tell us when that is?
Yeah, so we did just set the bond hearing. That's going to be September 25th at 1 o'clock. And what you should expect at that hearing is going to be not just your kind of typical argument of, you know, why someone should be out, but evidence that addresses the factors that the court's going to consider. So I would expect at that hearing, as evidenced by the motion that will be filed here momentarily, that evidence will be put on certainly by the defense. We'll be calling family members of Ruth Miller's. We'll be calling members of the Tuscarora County Sheriff's Department, and also mental health professionals from the Cleveland Clinic.
Thank you.
Can you give us your name again?
Yeah, Ian Friedman and Madeline Grant are both counsel for Ruth Miller.
And so there you have it, and that hearing that we're going to get later this month is going to be one that is unlike anything we've really seen. Normally, as she was in court this past week, the judge would have set a bond. The state has asked for no bond. They do not want her out at all. Her attorney disagreed with that and asked that they have a bond hearing. And he even asked for more time so that he could prepare. And as you heard, there will be almost a little bit of a mini trial, or at least a mini presentation of her state mentally and where and how they think she should be treated before she goes to trial. She is facing 7 charges, including aggravated murder of Vincent Miller, her 4-year-old son, and then attempted murder charges on when she drove the golf cart into the lake with her other teenage children on that golf cart. It is, in my almost 30-year career, probably the strangest, hardest, puzzling case that I've ever seen, and I think that goes without saying. That's going to wrap it up for Someone Who Knows. I want to remind you that we have other episodes. We do this every week. It is a different topic every week. And scan that QR code that you see there. Watch some of the past episodes. They are always educational because you are getting to see more than you would on just Channel 19. It's a great platform for us to expand the story so that you can expand your understanding of a certain issue. If we have any other breaking news, it's going to be right here on our digital platforms. Otherwise, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, and hope you have a good afternoon.